Make a Path presents Let's Talk. Alright, Deadheads, this quick video, we're going to talk about Scott from the comic book. Now, keep in mind, there might be comic book spoilers, and again, there might be Season 6 spoilers because they might translate it directly from the comic book, but if you're worried about that, I'm pretty sure they're not going to do a direct translation because of, you'll see if you keep listening. Scott was Heath's friend. Now, Heath is this new character that it's already confirmed he is in the new season for The Walking Dead, and this is awesome. Now, I personally did not think Scott was going to be in the new season. I didn't think he even needed to be in the new season. Why? Because Scott was pretty much just a device to use to push the story forward. The character really did nothing. He was Heath's friend, and when Rick and Aaron and everyone were getting to Alexandria for the first time in the comic book, before they got to Alexandria, a flare went up, similar to the TV show, and they had to go, and when they went on the TV show, they found Eric, which was Aaron's boyfriend, but in the comic book, Aaron and Rick found Scott and Heath and Bruce and everybody. It was a pretty big event. They were fighting walkers, and Scott hurt his ankle. Well, they helped him get into Alexandria, and then Bruce and them in the construction crew, they double as security, so they were shooting walkers, and they helped everyone get into Alexandria. It was pretty action-packed. On the TV show, it was very emotional. In the comic book, it was very action-heavy. Now, back to the Season 6 of The Walking Dead. This Scott character, we do know they are still keeping the hurt ankle theme with Scott. If you haven't read the comic book yet, I don't know what to tell you. In the comic book, because of his injuries, Scott dies. Because of Scott's death, they're all gonna bury him, and that is when Pete comes around the corner, and Pete kills Regina, Douglas's wife, and then Rick kills Pete. So in the TV show, they were just talking about what to do with Rick. See how that works out? Now, in the trailer, I noticed something pretty cool. We see Michonne, and this is Scott in the middle, and Heath on the end, but I think this happens after the next thing I'm gonna show you. We see Michonne, and she's looking out at, it looks like a boarded up store or house or something like that, but I think they're on a run, and this could be where Scott actually hurt his ankle. At first I thought Michonne was talking about the walkers when she says they're coming, and then she leaves the door, and I noticed Scott is back there behind her. You can barely see his arm around Heath's shoulder, so they're all there together, and then I was like, well, they're coming, walkers, da-da-da-da. Well, what I'm thinking is, what if she's talking about the wolves? What if somehow between Aaron and Daryl and Morgan telling the gang about the wolves, maybe they already know about the wolves, maybe they sent out scouts, maybe they see them coming, maybe the wolves are using a car or vehicles and they're bringing this huge walker army, because there's evidence of that in the trailer actually. We're going to talk about that in a coming video. Now, what if they go on a run for equipment and shit, and Scott hurts his ankle, and they're in this building and they're ready to roll, and Michonne says, oh, they're coming, and she sees a car coming. Behind the car is this huge herd, and they wait until they pass, and when they pass, there's still a few lingering walkers. Michonne opens the door and she starts cutting away, and that leads to them leaving, and that leads to the woods scene where Michonne and Heath are carrying Scott. They meet up with Rick and them, and Michonne says, shit, they're here, Rick, they're here, and that's why we see Rick hauling ass back to, let's say they have some kind of trap set up. I'm thinking, how crazy would that be if the wolves first get there when they're out on a big supply run? And that's why, because I don't know why Rick is running back all crazy like. I don't get it. That, you know, I could change my theory, but I love that right now. I just wanted to put this in here real quick about the Scott character. I do not believe that he's going to die because of his injury on the TV show. If he does, I would be surprised, because it doesn't seem like there would be a purpose to even put Scott in there. Now, will he get killed later on in No Way Out, or, you know, with the wolves attack, or maybe even further down the line? Will he make it on down the line? I don't know. If you feel like some things were missed here, don't worry, we're going to get to them. Leave your opinions, thoughts, and predictions in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.